Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to share with you real quick the object lesson we had in Children's Church yesterday. And we talked about Ephesians chapter 6 and when the whole armor of God. And it says, and final word, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on all of God's armor so that you'll be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places. Therefore, put on every piece of God's armor so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then after the battle, you will be standing firm. Stand your ground, putting on the belt of truth, the body armor of God's righteousness. For shoes, put on the peace that comes from the good news so that you'll be fully prepared. In addition to all of these, hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. Put on salvation as your helmet and take the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Pray in the Spirit at all times and on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in your prayers for all believers everywhere. And so in Children's Church, we talked about that this orange that has its peel on is like having your whole armor on. And when you have your whole armor on, when things in this world come against you, it's like this here. And you have all this water and this little vase here. And when you have your armor on, you pop back up and you float. And you're able to rise above life circumstances. Well, what happens when we don't put our armor on? Well, this orange is going to be a representation of that. When we forget to put on our helmet of salvation or our belt of truth, or we drop that shield of faith, what's going to happen? Well, some days, you may not get the whole armor on. You may feel like that you just got some of it on. Well, that's not enough, because you've got to have the full armor of God on every day. It's something you have to do every single morning, just like when you go brush your teeth or you get ready for school and you get all your stuff ready in your backpack. It should be a part of your every morning routine, just the same. And what happens to us when it's not, when that doesn't happen? Well, it's like this orange that doesn't have any protection and doesn't have its peel. When life circumstances happen, you sink. And as you sink, you begin to get cracks in the orange, and just like the orange, and it begins to fall apart. Because if I pull this orange back out, you can see that it's starting to fall apart, and life doesn't go well for us. We're not able to stand firm. But when we have on the full armor of God, every single time without fail, we'll be able to stand firm in the promises of God.